Yes.
Yeah.
So Ryan, are we ready? Okay, thank you. So welcome to the Instructional Policy Committee meeting. Today is the 21st of July, and we're here to begin with a review of the minutes from last meeting. Everyone is able to see them. They're pretty direct from our minutes of last time. Any questions or revisions to take care of on that document? There were updates on the reopening and recovery plans. College Career Academy had an update, and there was an IPS update. So that should be a review of the minutes, and we'll move on to discussion topics. And in business affairs, is that all right, Dr. James, for me to move through the agenda?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So in business affairs, there are two items that you might want to be aware of. One is service agreements with Corwin Press, and they were here on Monday with some virtual PD. They have a virtual teacher clarity playbook. We have been working with Corwin around John Hattie's research, high yield strategies, and the PD that they provided to about 50 of our teachers on Monday about remote learning was very strong, very well received, and it will inform us as we move forward to prepare for our new normal in Akron Public Schools in August and September of this 2021 school year. So there were service agreements for PD for Case Elementary, Krause, David Hill, Forest Hill, Glover, Hatton, Helen Arnold, Jennings, Mickey Bright, Cyberling, and Voris. Most of that, and in fact all of it, is coming out of the school quality improvement grants. So each of those buildings has a plan on how and why they are engaging in this professional development. It is designed to address gaps and move our students forward. So you probably have seen Corwin purchase orders before and heard about that professional development. It's high quality, research-based. John Hattie's research is solid for our students and our community. Then the second purchase order that you're going to see on business affairs agenda on Monday is to buy the licenses for career cruising. And you know that that is a benchmark of our College and Career Academy work. So each student has an individual pathway in career cruising where they look at job potential and possibilities. They have some affinity surveys that show what careers their interests are matched up to. I think if Mr. Bravo is on now, he mentioned that in open session the first time he went through career cruising, maybe about what his son was interested in, or another board member was talking about that career cruising experience. And it gives different options to students who may or may not have thought of them based on their interest in how they answer the survey.
Yeah, my son participated in that. He enjoyed it. He ended up choosing orthodontist. So far, that's still his choice, but we got a long way to go, so we'll see.
Yes, that, and some people, some administrators who took that so that we would know about it. There were some people who showed a mortician, undertaker, some people that work better with their hands, but that mortician has a high level of empathy. So it made sense whenever you looked at the range of careers that were open to some of our administrators based on their empathy quotient, I think. So, yeah. And that takes care of the two items that we think that you might be interested in and have questions about on the business affairs consent agenda. Any questions that I may answer for you?
Yes, please. The virtual professional development that you talked about, the research-based, the high quality, could you talk a little more about what that entailed?
So what it entailed was they modeled the way they want teachers to engage students. So they had some structured content, they had some turn and talk, they had some protocols for classroom behavior and management. They started with a 15-minute break in the morning, and we changed that. What we found is when we have virtual professional development like this hangout, we would need to have at least a 5-minute break every 30 minutes for our learners. And we learned that our teachers get pretty squirrely whenever the period, I shouldn't say that, but they become antsy whenever the PD goes too long or you're in a hangout for too long, just as our learners are. We have to have a variety of it's good first teaching, Ms. McKittrick, to have a variety of materials, a variety of methods, and sometimes it's bringing it forward in a new medium for our teachers to experience and get the aha. Oh, it's not brand new teaching. It's reconsidering how you deliver good quality teaching in an online environment.
So it was specific to online learning.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
The last one on Monday was specific to online.
Okay.
Teaching in a totally remote online environment with
Okay.
some asynchronous and semi-synchronous experiences.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And the charge that's on there, that wasn't just for Mondays. That was just the latest of the
Right.
PD,
This
correct?
is for each of the buildings. They will have their own tailored. So on Monday, it would have been significantly less because it was a one professional development that was just for teams to come. Up to 50 people, I think, were enrolled. Some central office, some principals brought teams so that they can start calling that question about what does it look like when we're blended, when we're totally remote, or when we're site-based. Because even, as our superintendent has said, even should we open, the next time we open face-to-face totally, our practices have changed as a result of this rich experience that we had to change with. So it allows for our teachers to add more tools to that virtual toolkit and to try new strategies as an adult learner.
Great.
Ms. Mansfield, is that?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that especially since it's an open meeting, I want to make sure that it's understood that it wasn't that much money for just the 50 people class. This
Yes.
is an ongoing PD for,
Every building has a plan, and they have structured dates that they will be using that Corwin presenter, virtual or face-to-face, with some in-person coaching and some direct feedback about their practice.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then moving on to our updates. There's an update here, and I can share my screen if that's okay, or you can take a look at yours. In fact, Family Resource Center. This is so exciting because under this superintendent, in collaboration with the United Way, we have family resource centers, and we are launching 2 more. Right now there are 2, one at Helen Arnold and one at Robinson, and the plan is to launch 2 more family resource centers. One will be at an elementary school, and the other to be on Kenmore Boulevard in the enterprise zone with that financial literacy location there that our families take advantage of. And we are thrilled to have 2 more family resource centers.
So that will be a shared facility, the place on Kenmore Boulevard with the financial literacy and the resource center.
Yes.
I'm not, yes, okay, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
The
So that
Financial
location-
Empowerment Center, yes.
is known, the other, because the Kenmore Garfield cluster is so large, as you know, there will be one on the other side of that cluster. So one Kenmore Boulevard and one yet to be identified.
Okay, thank you.
That's great. Thank you. I know our goal is to spread those all across the district, so we're on our way. 2 more.
Yes.
Yes. And so that is the last update. We don't have an IPS update for you. You voted and agreed to change the school day or the school year for us for IPS. And so we're working with that program to bring back another update with more information. And we don't have a College and Career Academy update right now either. So our only update was really the Family Resource Center and to review the 2 items on the Business Affairs consent agenda.
Any leanings, Dr. James, on where that elementary school one's going to go? Or are you not revealing that right now? Or
No, right. We have a couple of options. There's a building on the other side of that cluster that hasn't been renovated, and then we have a couple of COCs. So we're just looking at the logistics and
okay.
how we can do that.
Yep, I was going through them in my head, going, I wonder which one.
Right.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay.
Any other feedback from yesterday's meeting you want to share?
No, we're getting some. I know I've been copied on some emails that have been sent to board members. So we're just looking at those. And then I posted the survey, the parent survey results, which are disaggregated along with the comments that you all have. So there's like, I want to say 91 pages in that attachment that went out this morning to you all. So you'll see the disaggregated data on the different choices parents responded to, and then many of the comments.
Great. I have a few more to send you, and I already told Mr. Bravo that he is on fire with his responses today. He's he either ate his Wheaties or he ate his spinach or something, because he's been
Right.
responding like crazy. So appreciate that.
Yeah, he's on it for sure.
He is. It's great. Lots of great feedback on the Facebook page that's run by a couple of the teachers, and as lots of staff members on that as well. I don't know if you've heard much about that, but the feedback so far has been overwhelmingly positive.
Oh, good.
And just really, so that's from our staff. There's some admin on there, there's some central office, but mostly teachers. And they
Oh,
were,
good. Since I'm not a Facebooker, that's good.
yeah,
To have all that information.
I'd be happy to share some of that with you, Val. I'll take some pictures, some screenshots, and send you some of them if you'd like, so you can see.
Sure. Yeah, because like I said, I don't Facebook, so
Yeah,
I don't have any social media.
that must be a relief right now.
I am that dinosaur without social media account, so I'm
I
all
was-
right with that actually.
Yeah, I was without it for 2 weeks, and I feel like a different person. I read books and did all kinds of great things that I forgot I liked to do. Well, I appreciate it. Does anyone have anything else?
I do not.
I don't.
All right.
I'm good.
Thanks, Karen, for jumping in.
My pleasure, and I'm happy to adjourn the meeting at 4:30.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
everyone.
Ryan.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye
Ryan.
all.
Right.
Bye, all.
See ya. Bye.
I usually make them shorter.